What if I told you some of the world's most famous foods were actually created by accident? A sandwich made because a man didn't want to leave his gambling table. Pizza that started as poor people's street food. Ice cream once reserved only for kings and queens. And noodles? That sparked one of the biggest food debates in history. Every bite we take today has a story hidden behind it. A story of war, survival, experiments, culture, and sometimes pure luck. Today, we're traveling across the world to uncover the fascinating history behind 10 of the most famous foods ever created. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at food the same way again. So grab something to eat, and let's begin. Today, pizza is everywhere, from New York to Tokyo, from frozen boxes to luxury restaurants. But pizza didn't begin as a global superstar. It started on the streets of Naples, Italy. Back in the 1700s, poor workers needed cheap food that was fast and filling. So street vendors sold flatbread topped with tomatoes, garlic, oil, and simple cheese. At that time, tomatoes were actually feared in Europe. Many rich people believed tomatoes were poisonous, but poor people had no choice. And surprisingly, it tasted amazing. Then came the moment that changed pizza forever. In 1889, Queen Margherita visited Naples. A local chef created a special pizza using tomatoes, mozzarella cheese, and basil. The colors matched the Italian flag: red, white, green. The Queen loved it. And from that day, the Margherita pizza became legendary. What started as food for poor workers slowly became one of the most loved foods on Earth. Today, billions of pizzas are eaten every year. Not bad for a street snack. The hamburger is one of the symbols of America, but its origins are surprisingly complicated. Some historians trace it back to Mongol warriors. Yes, seriously. The story says Mongol soldiers placed raw meat under their saddles while riding horses. The meat became tender from the pressure. Later, this idea traveled through Europe and eventually reached Germany. In the city of Hamburg, minced beef became popular. Immigrants brought the Hamburg steak to America, but the modern burger? Nobody fully agrees who invented it. Some say it was created at a fair in Wisconsin. Others say Texas. Another claim comes from a small lunch cart in Connecticut. But one thing is clear: putting grilled meat between two slices of bread changed fast food forever. By the 1950s, burger chains exploded across America. Soon the burger became more than food, it became culture. Movies, road trips, fast food, American identity, and today, burgers come in every form imaginable. Beef, chicken, vegan, double-stacked, gold-covered luxury burgers, all from one simple idea. When people think of sushi, they imagine raw fish. But originally, sushi wasn't even Japanese, and it definitely wasn't fancy. The earliest version began in Southeast Asia over 1,000 years ago. Fish was preserved by fermenting it with rice. The rice helped keep the fish from spoiling. But here's the strange part: people often threw the rice away. Only the fish was eaten. Over time, this method spread to Japan. Japanese chefs slowly transformed it into something completely different. Fresh fish, vinegared rice, beautiful presentation. By the Edo period in Japan, sushi became quick street food. Yes, sushi was once considered fast food. Workers grabbed it quickly before returning to work. Today, sushi is viewed as luxury dining. Some sushi chefs trained for decades just to master rice, and a single sushi meal can cost hundreds of pounds. A food that began as fermented preservation became edible art. Imagine living in a world without freezers. Now imagine making ice cream. Sounds impossible. But thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations already found ways to enjoy frozen desserts. Persians mixed ice with fruit syrups. Chinese emperors supposedly enjoyed frozen milk and rice mixtures. Roman rulers sent servants to mountains just to collect snow. Snow for dessert. Ice cream was extremely expensive. Only the rich could afford it. In Europe, frozen desserts became a secret luxury among royal families. Some chefs were even ordered never to reveal recipes. Then, technology changed everything. The invention of refrigeration made ice cream accessible to ordinary people. And when cones became popular in the early 1900s, ice cream exploded worldwide. Today, there are thousands of flavors: vanilla, chocolate, matcha, bubblegum, even gold-covered ice cream. But it all began with humans trying to freeze sweetness in a world without electricity. Who invented noodles? China, Italy, the Middle East? This debate has lasted for years. One popular myth says Marco Polo brought noodles from China to Italy. But historians believe pasta already existed in parts of Europe before Marco Polo returned. What we do know is this: China has some of the oldest evidence of noodles ever discovered. Archaeologists found ancient noodles over 4,000 years old. That's older than many civilizations. Noodles became important because they were cheap, filling, and easy to make. Different cultures created their own versions: Italian pasta, Japanese ramen, Korean noodles, Thai noodles. One simple food evolved into hundreds of dishes, and today instant noodles are among the most consumed foods on Earth, especially during hard times. In fact, instant ramen became so important in Japan that it's considered one of the greatest inventions of the 20th century. Not cars, not TVs, noodles. Chocolate was not originally sweet, not even close. The ancient Maya and Aztecs used cacao to create a bitter drink mixed with spices. It was considered sacred, powerful, sometimes even used in rituals. Cacao beans became so valuable that they were used as currency. Imagine buying food with chocolate beans. When Europeans discovered cacao, they transformed it. Sugar was added, milk was added, and slowly, chocolate evolved into the sweet treat we know today. During the Industrial Revolution, machines made chocolate cheaper and easier to produce. Suddenly, ordinary people could enjoy it, and the world became obsessed. Today, chocolate is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Used in cakes, used in candy, used in drinks, used in ice cream, used in everything, but its roots were ancient, bitter, and sacred. The sandwich has one of the strangest origin stories ever. In the 1700s, an English nobleman named John Montagu, the Earl of Sandwich, loved gambling. According to the story, he didn't want to leave the gaming table to eat. So he asked for meat placed between two slices of bread. This allowed him to eat with one hand while continuing to gamble. Other people began ordering the same as sandwich. And eventually, the name stuck. The sandwich became popular because it was practical, portable, quick, easy. And today, there are endless variations: sub sandwiches, club sandwiches, burgers, wraps, grilled cheese. One lazy gambling session may have changed modern lunches forever. Tacos are now global, but their history goes deep into Mexico's past. The word taco may have originally referred to small explosives used in silver mines. Workers wrapped gunpowder in paper. This was similar to how fillings are wrapped inside tortillas. Over time, tacos became the perfect working-class food. Simple, cheap, portable. Corn tortillas filled with meat, beans, and vegetables. But tacos exploded internationally during the 20th century, especially in the United States. Soon, there were hard-shell tacos. Fusion tacos, giant tacos, spicy tacos followed, every version imaginable. Yet at its core, the taco remains simple street food. And sometimes, simple food becomes the most powerful. French fries are one of the most popular foods ever. But here's the mystery: were they actually invented in France? Belgium strongly disagrees. One story says villagers in Belgium fried potatoes when rivers froze and fish became unavailable. Another story credits France. No one knows for sure. But during World War I, American soldiers supposedly discovered fries in Belgium. French was commonly spoken there, so they called them French fries. And the name stayed forever. Today, fries are everywhere. Fast food chains sell billions every year, and people constantly argue about the best type: curly fries, waffle fries, loaded fries, classic fries. One sliced potato became a global addiction. Few foods are more comforting than fried chicken. Crispy outside, juicy inside. But fried chicken has roots in multiple cultures. Scottish cooking techniques involved frying chicken in fat. West African traditions added powerful seasonings and spices. These influences combined in the American South, and eventually created the fried chicken culture known today. Over time, fried chicken spread across the world. Korean fried chicken, Japanese carriage, American-style buckets, spicy street versions. Every culture added its own twist. And today, fried chicken is one of the most universally loved comfort foods on Earth. Food is more than taste, it's history, migration, war, culture, survival, innovation. Every famous dish we eat today carries centuries of stories behind it. And the next time you grab pizza, fries, noodles, or a burger, remember, you're not just eating food, you're eating history. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment which food history shocked you the most. And don't forget, there are thousands more untold food stories waiting to be discovered. See you in the next video.